stumbling out of bed, and I still got you in my head from all those pretty words you said. It's like I'm wasted. Every time I see your face, I'm losing track of time and space. I don't know where I am. It's like I'm wasted, and I won't waste it. And I promise that I will stand by you forever. I can't get you out of my mind. I will follow you wherever, and I won't waste it.
Hi guys, welcome back if you're a returning subscriber. If you're new here, welcome. Hi, welcome to the Nuthouse. I'm Leanna. I make videos about my family and about recovering from my traumatic childhood. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I am married to my husband Rob. We have 4 children who are all homeschooled, and they've been homeschooled their entire lives. We make videos about our homestead because we just moved back from New Zealand and we are creating a homestead on our new property. We homeschool, all that jazz. Thank you if you clicked on this video. If you clicked on this video, you've either clicked on it because you want to know what we're using or because you want some ideas for what to do for your curriculum. I want to start off by saying this is not telling anybody what they should be doing for their curriculum. This is just what we do. I've been homeschooling for 9 years now. So I kind of learned some tricks of the trade. I don't do normal box curriculum. I am an eclectic homeschooler, so I do believe in unschooling. I do believe in taking classes to do school, and just basically if it gets them to memorize, it gets them to learn what you're trying to get across, then I really don't see a problem with how you do it as long as everybody's happy. So I was going to start off by saying that. Second, this is a kindergarten curriculum haul. There's not going to be a lot of books. I mean, I say that and I have more books than I had for my 4th grader in this haul. But this is all like workbooks mostly. And what I'm going to show you is mainly stuff for me to read, to talk to my daughter, because I believe learning, especially kindergarten and 1st grade, is through play. And if you instill a love of learning, then they will learn way faster than if you just have them doing repetitious things. This is also a little bit off because we weren't sure if we were going to do kindergarten this year. My daughter turns 5 in August. I'll give you a little bit of background. My youngest daughter turns 5 in August. And it's at the end of August. School here starts at the beginning of August. And because I live in Ohio and you have to put in a notice of intent, you have to put in a notice if they are 5 before August 1st. My daughter is not 5 before August 1st. I do not quote me on that. It could be 6 before August 1st. I have to double check the law. Either way, my daughter is not in either one of those age ranges. She turns 5 at the very end of August, way past when the school year starts. So while technically the state of Ohio says she does not have to do kindergarten this year, we have decided, because of her maturity and the things that she's picked up, we're going to do a mixture of preschool and kindergarten this year. We're going to start with some preschool themes and see where she's at. I kind of have an idea of where she's at because we've been playing with her and talking to her, and she's just a big sponge. All kids are at that age, and she knows her ABCs. She knows a lot of the basics. So I'm going to verify what I'm pretty sure she knows and go from there. She's going to do some preschool stuff mixed in with some kindergarten stuff. We might even mix in some 1st grade stuff. It all depends on what she's ready for and what she does. Most of my kids go at their own pace. They are usually learning within their own grade level, but we try not to force any kind of curriculum on them, so that way they don't feel like they're overwhelmed and they can learn at their own pace. That being said, I have not purchased any specific curriculum for my daughter, and I think the only kid I purchased curriculum, specifically box curriculum for, is my 8th grader. But for my kindergartner, I have some ideas and I'm going to share them with you. I'm also going to do another video on our reading list that we do every year, and I'm going to do a video on some projects that we have. I'll probably do several videos on projects that we are doing this year for the kids. My kids don't do straight book work. It does look like that by my curriculum haul because I'm only going to show you the books, but we do a lot of projects and field trips and just play. And yeah, let's get started. All right, so the first book I'm going to show you, Teach Your Child to Read in 100 Easy Lessons. So this is I love this book. I use this for my now 4th grader. I did not know this book existed until my 4th grader was in kindergarten. And I really like this book. It's very simple, it's very comprehensive, and this is my homework for her kindergarten lesson. And it makes it so that she doesn't have nothing gets put in front of her until I've read about it, basically. And the best part about this too is, like, this is for me. I can reuse it for all my kids if I have any more kids. And I've been able to reread it and get different ideas as I've gone through the lessons. Another thing I want to say is that I find reading to be the most important subject, especially for kindergarten and 1st grade, because once they have that reading, they can read. Once you can read, you open up your world to yourself. And once you have reading comprehension, you can do anything. You can teach yourself anything, you can go anywhere, you can do whatever you want in life as long as you're able to comprehend what you're trying to read. And so I find reading to be the most important lesson that I give my kids. So that book is very important to me. That being said, though, I don't put pressure on my children that they have to learn to read at the pace that someone else dictates, including myself. They learn at the pace that they need, and we go with whatever we go back and we repeat lessons if they have to. I have read a few things, and I'll link them below, where honestly educators are saying that actually now they think that the average age of a child to learn to read is around 7 or 8. And so not to put too much pressure on them, because the more pressure a child has, especially in the early years of learning, the more they're going to resist learning, and the more they're going to resist trying to find new subjects. Kindergarten is important because you don't want to kill that love of learning, that curiosity, that want to see and do new things. Okay, so the next thing I want to show you guys that I got, after stepping off of my soapbox, is I got my daughter, it says 3+, but I saw this on a commercial on Facebook actually, so don't judge me. But it's called Sank Magic. And it's made for 3 years and plus, and I didn't see it until this spring, so we haven't introduced it to her yet. But it's really cute little like handwriting books, and they have these little, I don't know if the camera will pick up on it, but they have these little indentations that the kids can practice writing their letters properly. There's one for math, there's one for drawing. So my daughter draws a lot, so she'll probably just enjoy playing around with that one. There's one for the alphabet, and there's one for numbers, and it's basically handwriting practice. It's really easy. It makes it so that it's easier for them to trace the letter because they're going into the indentation. They're able to push on it and feel how the letter goes, so it engages more than one more than one sense when they go to do it. And it came with these little grip things to put on their pencils, and it came with this little pen and some refills for the book. And they are erasable pens, so you can reuse it over and over again. And I found that this was just something nifty. I saw it on Facebook in an ad, and so I ordered it. I was really nervous whether or not it was going to be any good. And it actually is pretty high quality. I'll leave a link to that below. You can get them on Amazon, and I think I ended up buying mine on Amazon. As I mentioned in my previous videos, the big box stores have got it lit right now for school stuff for kids for school. They have obviously they've always had the big books of learning for kids, but now I'm seeing it at Sam's Club, Walmart, Target. I even saw some at the dollar store and like Kroger. different big curriculum books. And Barnes & Noble has always had textbooks, but now they're kind of branching out into different workbooks. And Amazon has branched out on their workbooks. Kind of excited about those. I got her also Magical Adventures in Preschool book. She loves Mickey. And I find that at this age, really, it's all about repetition. It really is. You're not going to set the bar very high for a kindergartner. You're going to want them to know how to count to 100. You're going to want them to have basic reading comprehension. And when I say basic reading comprehension, I mean they read a few words. They recognize all their letters. They know the sounds of all the words. First grade, you're going to be hammering in that reading. Some kids pick up on it quick, so they don't really need that extra practice in first grade, and you can move forward with harder things. But kindergarten is all about laying the foundation for all that thing. You're laying the foundation for learning, you're laying down the foundation for math, all that jazz. And you're not trying to push them too hard. We do plan on having some science experiments with her involved, but for science and things like that. But the main things I'm going to focus on this year are her abilities to write, her abilities to begin the reading process, which I'm pretty sure she's already started because she listens to her older siblings, and to learn basic math concepts like 1 + 1 = 2 and things like that. Moving on, I got a comprehensive curriculum of basic skills for her too, and I got her a Brain Quest book with all of the subjects in the book. I did this for all of my girls. My son has his own curriculum if you want to check out their videos, but yeah, I got all my girls these two books, which is the Brain Quest book and the big comprehension of curriculum of basic skills. And that's basically the standards. It shows all the standards for their grade level. And that was a really good starting place. I will be using Pinterest to supplement, and there is a few other websites we like to use to supplement for their learning. My kids, as far as I've found, and my youngest Dani, she's no exception, they don't like to really repeat themselves if they don't have to, especially when it's something easy that they can do. So I have found that finding a multitude of things, finding out which one they like, and then trying it. That's why I have so many books for Dani this year, is because I'm trying to see what her learning style is. I have an idea of what it is. She's pretty visual, but I want to see, you basically kindergarten, you're figuring out what they like, what they don't like, and how they enjoy taking in information. So far, I know about my kindergartner is she likes visual aids, and she likes to interact with others, where she doesn't necessarily want to do the science experiment, but she wants to be involved with big kids who are doing the science experiment. I also got her a sight words workbook, and this is for ages 5 to 7. And I did mention in my previous video, I don't do spelling for my kids, but I do expose them to spelling books. Now we don't sit and drill for spelling, but I do show them the word. We go over how the word's spelled, and we talk about it. I find that spelling, really, if a kid isn't good at memorization, all it does is kind of drags down their self-esteem as far as if they're not memorizing right away. So I find that just exposing them to the words, exposing them to reading the words, and the more they read, the more likely they're going to remember how to spell it. And that's how we go. We don't do spelling tests, but we do go over how words are spelled, and when they want to do it themselves, or if they want to do it with me, and we go over it again, how it's spelled. I don't mind doing that. So we do spelling in the sense of exposing them to new words and going over them, but we don't do spelling tests or spelling drills. And I also got her, moving on from that, sorry, horrible transition. The final book I got her is Know Your Numbers. And it's a dry erase book where they go through and they can trace the words, and you read them little silly sentences, and you help them count. I do have some other things we're going to use for her for teaching her how to skip count, but it's not really curriculum based. It's just kind of stuff we've done with our kids in the past, little silly songs we've sang, and little programs we've played to get those skills down. For kindergarten, like I said, I don't have a lot of curriculum. I don't plan on having a lot of curriculum. And technically this year, I don't have to report to the state. So I'm not technically supposed to be homeschooling her this year, I guess. I don't know. It's not supposed to, it's a not required to, but we feel like she's ready to enter kindergarten this year. If you're looking for a full curriculum set, I can leave some links down below for that. Like I said, my family is eclectic, so we try to pull in with YouTube, documentaries. We go on field trips to historical sites, and our kids take lessons through different programs that are available to us in our local area. If you'd like, I can do a video on how to search for that type of stuff. Don't mind doing that. But that's it. It's really, really short and easy for kindergarten. Not a lot involved. Just trying to keep them happy, and a want of learning is really, that's the most important thing for kindergarten. If you made it this far in the video, thank you for watching. I know this was really short and not very informative, but that's my haul. I don't have a lot for kindergarten. I want to thank you for watching. As always, thank you. Love you guys. See you on the next video, and stay safe out there. And I'll see you guys next time, and have a great week. Bye guys.